So, like, I thought maybe I should just do, like, an update. I haven't been very active lately. I've honestly been very sick. Um, it turns out, like, I have a parasite growing in me. Um, yeah. So, basically, okay, just start from the beginning, okay? So basically, I was like sick and all that, but like I was like watching House of the Dragon, and I was watching Rhaenyra like pop out them babies, right? And I was sitting there and I was like, oh, my boobies hurt. I should probably go take a pregnancy test. Keep in mind, like, I've taken pregnancy tests, like, I've taken a ton of pregnancy tests, like, and they always are negative because I have PCOS. I have tried very hard in my life to get pregnant. When I was with my first husband, I tried different medications, I tried everything, and I could not get pregnant. And then when I got with my second husband, I kind of tried, but like I kind of was like after everything happened with my first husband, I was kind of like glad that I didn't get pregnant. So I was like at a point where I was like, oh, okay, like it was cool that didn't work out. So, uh, and at that point, I had been in therapy for probably about like 2 years at that point or something. I hadn't been in therapy long, but getting deeper into therapy, like I decided like, I wasn't really going to try to have kids again until I got my mental health under control. After being in therapy for like, I've been in therapy for like 12 years now, and I've realized that, my mental health is never going to be under control. I have major depressive disorder, I have BPD, I have like all kinds of letters, okay? And so, even with medication and therapy, like I still have my little episodes, so I had come to terms with the fact that I would never be a mother. Going through all the trauma that my mother put me through, I just decided, I don't want to possibly make a child feel the way that my mother made me feel. Which, like, I know is completely not going to happen because, like, I'm not my mother, But basically, the point is, like, I had accepted the fact that, like, I couldn't get pregnant. I was like, okay, it's fine, it's whatever. Like, yeah. So, like, after watching Rhaenyra pop out her babies, and I go and take a pregnancy test, like, so the control line was faint, but the test line was very, very clear, like, very, very bold. And, I was like, what? And then I took another one because, like I said, the control line was like really faint. I don't know what that means, okay? Like, and then the second one had two lines, and I was, listen, guys, I'm 32 years old. I've never been pregnant before. I have never, I don't have experience with babies. I don't even think that I've ever like bottle fed a baby. Like, I've held a baby before. I've never changed a diaper. I've never been around babies. And so, and like I said, I came to terms with the fact that I would never be pregnant. So, like, those tests, like, freaked me out. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And like, I live in a small town. There's no clinics around here that are open 24/7. And we have no, like, urgent care. The only option that I had, this was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was freaking the fuck out. So I'm a dumbass, like, so I went to the fucking emergency room. And And, like, the guys at the window treated me like I was a fucking dumbass. And I was like, guys, like, I don't know. I've never been pregnant before. So basically, like, I couldn't sleep that night at all. So then I woke up that morning and I went to my primary care doctor. They, you know, automatically, like, suggested that I go ahead and go to, like, a, you know, special, you know, OBGYN, whatever. So, like, I went ahead and went all the way. And, like, the person that I chose to be my doctor is, like, a fucking hour away from me. And so I went there, right? And, and like, whew, and, you know, they did blood tests and stuff, but, like, they didn't really say anything. And then, like, I go in to do the fucking, ultrasound. Buddy, she stuck that thing up in there and she was like, oh, you definitely pregnant. And I was like, yeah. So I've been very sick. Nobody, like, maybe I'm just a fucking wimp. I don't know. But I'm very sick. Nobody ever fucking, I've never heard anybody complaining about pregnancy this much, like, as much as I have, because holy fuck, all I can do is sleep and puke. Okay? I automatically, like, as soon as I found out, stopped my Vyvanse and my modafinil, which are both stimulants. One of them is for narcolepsy and the other is for my ADHD. I had to, like, stop those cold turkey. And, you know, I've almost stopped vaping. The only thing that I haven't gave up is the good old devil's lettuce. But let me tell you, I would not be surviving without it. I thought you was supposed to gain weight during pregnancy, you know? I literally can't keep nothing down, okay? Like, I sleep all day because I have no energy. And then when I finally wake up, I'm so sick, all I can do is throw up. And then I try, like, everybody's like, you have to try to keep something down. Like, when I literally, as soon as I put it in my mouth, I start gagging, okay? I didn't like food in the first place, okay? Like, I talk to Lumen about this all the time, about how I hate food, and he needs to go ahead and figure out how to turn me into a fucking android so I don't have to eat anymore, okay? So, being pregnant and trying to eat is not fun. It's not fun. It's very nauseating. Very nauseating. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't expect pregnancy to be this rough. I'm only, like, I'm, like, almost to week 8. Like, I'm not even far in this, man. I'm not even that far into it. And, doctor told me that it would probably get a little bit worse before it got better. Like, I think this baby more suicidal than I am. I'd be like, hey, baby, here's us some food. And it'd be like, nah, ma, I don't want it. So, yeah. By the way, my baby's name is Echo. That's his middle name. I don't care if it's a he or a she. Its name is Echo. Because let me tell you, I don't like my voice, okay? But I like my echo. When I'm in a mountain area or something, and I hear my echo back at me, I'm like, oh my God, I actually like my voice for a minute. So, like, Echo. It's gonna be me. But it's gonna be better. Girl or boy, I don't give a fuck. Echo. My baby's name is Echo. Okay? I have, like, a couple names picked out for the first name. The family really isn't agreeing with it, so I don't know. My aunt, my baby gonna have a weird name, okay? My baby ain't gonna have a name like Claude or Chad or Chuck, okay? Like, my baby gonna have a weird ass name, okay? My aunt, you know, her son's baby mama had a baby named Aurora. Like, I get that it's not, like, the most simple name in the world, but, like, Aurora. And, like, my aunt can't say that. Like, she refuses to even try, so she just calls her sis. And I'm like, okay, number one rule, nobody is calling my child sis or bub, okay? My child is not sis or bub. My child has a name. And that is, like, the golden rule in my family. Like, I'm putting it down right now. My child has a name. Anyway, though, parasite. I have a parasite. I'd much rather have had a face hugger. Just like, and like impregnate me and just be like, you know, like, and have it over with. Because I'm miserable. I'm miserable. When Echo gets here, yeah. We will go into more detail about my mom, my trauma with wanting to be a mom. You know, I have a whole lot of stuff that I want to say. I even like wrote down a few things like to try to stay on track. It didn't work out too well. So yeah, that's it though. That's the update. I'm pregnant. And I can't believe I'm actually fucking saying that. Like, I'm 32 years old. I've tried to get pregnant like my whole entire adult life, and I never could. And I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant right now as we speak. I have a baby growing in me. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna end here. Oh, look at this little necklace I got. It's like a little tombstone, and it says, "See ya." I love it. I got more necklaces because it was my birthday, so, you know. But, like, yeah, I got really cute necklaces. And I got some other cute stuff. But anyway, yeah. Anyway. You guys have a good day or night or afternoon or morning or whatever it is, wherever you are. You have a good one, okay? You have a good one. Take care of yourself. If your boobies are hurting, you should probably take a pregnancy test. And for the teenagers and the younger folks out there, pregnancy's not fun. Like, it's not. Like, if you ain't trying, please wrap it up. Because, like, God, it is not fun. It is not. It is not fun. Okay? So you guys, take care. Okay? Love y'all. Bye.